Wow, here we are.
Here you are then, back.
Back.
Memories?
Yeah. I mean, logo's still the same. Reception used to be there though.
20 years ago, Emily Campbell was making this walk to school as a pupil. She returns as the second strongest woman in the world.
And then that's the sports hall there. That's where we used to do all PE and...
Tell us about PE, sports day, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
How competitive were you?
Oh, so competitive. Always have been since I was young. Like, always wanted to win, always wanted to be the best. Played every single sport. Like, if we was going out to do tournaments or whatever, I was part of it and whatever. I wanted to be captain, basketball, football, whatever it was. I just wanted to play it, and I, continued that into secondary school and was exactly the same in secondary school and was annoyingly quite good at most things.
After you.
Thank you. Oh wow, look at this place. Oh my God, uniform is still exactly the same. Literally, that is what we used to wear. I think maybe the polo t-shirts have gone blue instead of white. I think we had white ones.
Have those children modelling them been here since you were at school? Because they look like they might have done.
Yeah, no, they do look like that. They definitely wasn't. They definitely wasn't as fancy as this when I came, but wow. How much it's changed but still the same.
Come on, I'm going to take you inside because I know there's an assembly full of children that can't wait to see you in your medal. Come on,
okay, let's do it. Let's do it.
The children here have been learning about inspirational athletes as part of Black History Month and how there's one in particular they share a lot in common with.
Hi everyone, thanks for having me. I've come back today and it's really special for me to come back because I did actually come to this primary school and I sat on that same very floor when I was your age.
It's been a meteoric rise for Emily, who only took up weightlifting 6 years ago, to now be Britain's first female Olympic medalist in the sport.
What inspired you to do weightlifting?
I originally did it because I wanted to get stronger for my athletics, so I did hammer and shot put and I wanted to get stronger and see if that would improve that, so I started doing that. But then when I started weightlifting, I started realising I was stronger than most boys, and it was really amazing that I was stronger than... Yeah, I'm the strongest in my gym regardless, and there's lots of big boys there and I'm stronger than them, so that just made me want to carry on and be even stronger.
Was it hard having to pay for everything by yourself?
It wasn't easy. A lot of people who do sports at my level, they get a certain amount of money from the government to help them while they're training, but I didn't get any of that money, so I had to earn all my money myself. So I had to go to work, had to get a job, and I had to earn my money so that I could pay for all the things I needed to do with weightlifting. So yes, it was tough, but I worked really hard and it all paid off in the end. So sometimes things aren't easy and things aren't always straightforward, but you don't have to give up because sometimes it always works out.
The children here would be forgiven for thinking Emily's story came straight from a fairy tale. Until recently, she was living back at home with her mum and dad on this estate in Nottingham where she grew up. She's open about the challenges that she faced.
We got a bad reputation around here for, not being a very nice area with lots of crime and stuff and whatever, but actually, if you live in this area, you get looked after really well and everybody's, together, which is real nice. So I always said I wouldn't have lived anywhere else.
Yeah. Do you think, growing up in this area, what did it teach you about life and what skills did it give you that you carry on with you now?
Yeah, I think it always taught me to be humble. I think it always taught me, remember where you come from. It doesn't matter, what you achieve or where you come from. That, we're all the same. I always say we always put our pants on the same way in the morning, don't we? And I think it just taught me to fight hard for what I wanted, because I knew it wasn't going to be given to me. I knew that, essentially I could be prejudged before I even got to something or go to something, and I had to prove myself in the best way that I could. And that's what I think growing up around here taught me, that, I need to, go out there and get what I want and almost prove people wrong as well. When I went to uni, a lot of the boys around this area was like, you got out the jungle, you went, and I was just like, and I was really confused because I was like, any one of you guys could have done this, but you just needed to motivate yourself and want it. Yeah, we used to play on, this grass here, and my best friend Cherie used to live at number 42. Reese used to live at the one next door.
Has any of it changed at all?
No, it's literally exactly the same. Even the houses and everything's the same.
The area hasn't changed, nor have the negative stereotypes Emily has to deal with. When the International Olympic Committee offered to fund one of the British weightlifting team in the run-up to Tokyo, Emily was selected. But that led to a personal attack and accusation it was down to her skin colour.
And she was like, oh, it's black girl money. And I was like, what does that mean? Like, do you know what I mean? And there's still this, like, expectation that we come from a lower class and that we come from lower money. Do you know what I mean? Like, my parents are still together, both got very good jobs, both earn money and probably earn just as much money as her parents do. But then it was, you know, this expectation that I need help because I'm black. And that's really sad that people still have that opinion and still think that that's how, you know, how black people are. You know, my parents have worked very, very hard their whole life to give me absolutely anything I've ever wanted. Like, I've never wanted as a kid, ever. Do you know what I mean? I can hand on my heart say that they've gave me everything I've ever wanted. And obviously for then, you know, a lot of white people to still have that opinion that we need help just because we're black, and I didn't get that because I performed well, is really sad.
Is it tiring having to be a voice that counters that?
A lot of black people are at the point now where we're still shocked that people are shocked about these incidents, because it happens to us all the time and we're so tired of it and we're so worn down by it that then it gets to a point where it's like, how are you still shocked that people are writing racist comments on Instagram about footballers? Like, I can tell you now, every single black person in this country, as soon as Bukayo Saka missed that penalty, knew what was coming next. And then there's still a lot of white people that are still shocked by that. And I think that's what we're fighting against at the moment, to try and make people a lot more aware that this is what's been happening for a long time, and this is what is prevalent, and this is what we've been trying to tell people for a long time.
Of all of the 65 medals that Team GB won in Tokyo, Emily's will go down as one of the most memorable, not least because of her red and blue hair. It's something she wears as a badge of honour and a tribute to her British and Jamaican heritage.
My hair is my crown. What are you looking at? Why do you stare? Is it because you don't understand the complexity of my hair? Let me enlighten you, maybe shed a little light. I wear my natural hair in its birthright. My strands. For years I abused and tortured it. I was addicted to the creamy crack. My hair is now sober and I'm not turning back. I like the way my strands twist, turn, curl up tight, rebel against society, demand me that I lay flat without a fight. They have heritage and a lineage that would be string stories to share. They have earned the right to be free, so go ahead and stare. Society has made it hard for them to feel comfortable despite how hard it tried. My hair is beautiful like me, resilient and full of pride. So I added a little note to it that said, when you see my hair on the competition platform, it's not just my hair, it's an expression of myself and my beautiful culture and what I love doing the most.
Emily describes herself as a big girl with a big heart. She also wants to be a big voice on the issues that matter, such as racism. And as an Olympic medalist and trailblazer, people listen when she speaks. Ben Ransom, Sky Sports.